Ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to welcome you for this wonderful training on personal branding and professional image, sponsored by Norwegian Research and Training Institute. I'll be your facilitator, your mentor, your teacher in this particular training, Austin Omanya. Welcome. This is one part of the training that we do for corporate organizations, and we do it with a lot of passion. So I believe by the end of this training, you're going to be a very different person. Because you remember, when we talk about personal branding and professional image, this is all about the entire business. Because your business exists simply because of the image or the perception that your clients have towards it. So I'll be taking you through this series of training in two phases. The first phase, we are going to look at the introduction, the course outline, and then we go to the first elements of personal branding. Then after that, we are also going to see the tools that we use for personal branding. Then, of course, we are going to talk on how we can help you improve your business. So you are at the right place at the right time. Now, I want to give you the course objectives. Why are we doing personal branding as a course? Personal branding is the most important thing that you can have in your organization. This is one thing that can elevate, that can increase your performance in business, that can make you stand between the two rocks as an entrepreneur. Because you know, entrepreneurship is quite challenging. Running a business is quite challenging. Running an organization that can make profit within a short time period is very challenging unless you get some skills on how you're going to do this. And that is why today I welcome you for this training, and I know by the end of this training you are not going to be the same again. Now, our course objective is one, to understand the principles of personal branding. Remember, principles of personal branding. Once you understand it and you have the business. Number two, our course objective, number two, is to comprehend the relationship between personal branding and success. There is a distinction, a small limelight or a thin line between success and personal branding. That is what we want to merge today, so that by the end of the day, you can see yourself as success as a brand. Then number three, we want to develop a personal branding strategy. You know, strategy is everything. By the way, let me tell you, all businesses can perform well. All entrepreneurs can be very successful. But you know what? What makes a difference between me as an entrepreneur and you in that entrepreneurship act is the strategy. So we are going to tell you how you can use personal branding as a strategy. Number four, another objective is to enhance professional performance and image. We are going to tell you how you are able to elevate your personal image. You know, when we talk about your business, XYZ Limited, of course, we know it for very good things to happen. Then number five, we are also going to help you to establish a personal brand through networking and interacting in business. You remember, networking is everything. Okay? If you want a big business, a booming big business, then you must be able to connect well with people. You must be able to develop a rapport within very few, space, and then before you know, you are everywhere. The other thing is to identify appropriate tools for a strong brand. What is this one thing or two things that can make your brand image very powerful? So I'm going to help you also to come up with tools that can help you to build a strong brand. And finally, we are going to help you to create awareness of the standardized way of doing a business. You see, many entrepreneurs go to a business without realizing that there is a standardized way of how you can do it. I don't want you to start a business and then tomorrow it collapses. I don't want you to go to the bank, take a loan, invest in a business, and tomorrow you have closed your door. So this is why I'm here for you, and any question we are going to help you tackle. We are not only just going to teach you, train you, and leave you at that, but we are going to help you also to make sure that your venture, that small venture that you have started, has grown to the best level. So we want to take this journey with you one-on-one, so that by the end of the day, this training don't just result to a certificate, but it results to a permanent change. In the introduction of personal branding, you know, this is one thing that has really made people to become like, you know, they don't understand what really personal branding is all about. What is the difference between branding and image? You see, branding and image. Those two elements are part and parcel. Remember, for us to define you as a brand, then we must have the perception. And the perception in this sense is the image. So when we talk about personal branding, it is the practice of marketing people and their careers as a brand. Practice of marketing people and their careers as a brand. So personal branding is an ongoing process, okay, of developing and maintaining a reputation and impression of individual, group, or organization. All right? Now, allow me to take you through the 4 elements of personal branding. Actually, I want to summarize them under what we call the 5 P's. The 5 P's of personal branding. Let's start with the first P. The first P is what we call purpose. Purpose. You see, you cannot have a brand reputation, a brand image without a clear purpose. Because purpose is the reason why you are in that business. Purpose is the reason why you came up with a business plan, okay, to get somewhere with your business, okay? Because we don't just start businesses to make profits alone, all right? Profit is good here, but by the end of the day, what do you want to inherit? What do you want your business to inherit? Which image and brand reputation do you want to leave? Yes? How will we remember that there was someone here who started this initiative? Even if you are dead, your business is still supposed to go on. So, purpose defines the reasons why something exists. And in this situation, why do you want that brand to exist? Why do you want, what is this one reason that makes you think you are the best in the market, that you want to be the best? What do you want to achieve? All right? So you must, that one should be clinging or ringing in your mind every day. So that is, a purpose is a clear element and one of the most crucial elements of personal branding that one must possess. Another P is what you call potential. Potential. You know, as a strong brand, you must be known for something good, something that you can do. One thing that you have to know is that your brand will make you get a job or lament. It is your brand that will make employers, that will make employees embrace you as a vessel of change. So, you have potential that can make you a great brand. In that area that you want to pursue, in that business that you want to do. You see, when we start businesses, especially in entrepreneurship, every person has a potential to make a business very successful. But now, that success depends with how you look at yourself, how you package yourself. If you package yourself recklessly, you will get just a small amount of light, all right, coming into your business. So you need actually to ask yourself, what am I good at? This business that I want to venture into, am I good at it? Do I have enough training on this? Do I have enough skills that can make me make a very big difference with this art? Another element of personal branding is what we call possibility. When you want to start something and you are not sure whether it is going to come out good or bad, you will have little notion. You will have a small amount of inspiration to push you to do it. But if you think you can do it, then I'm telling you, you're going to become a very strong brand. Everything is possible. And you only need to convince yourself that there's power of possibility in whatever you want to start. A strong brand must say, yes, we can. And you go for what you want. Another P, which is very key here, is called passion. You see why so many people may start a business and by the end of the day, they don't make a difference. It is because there's nothing that pushes them. Assume I'm working in the front office, right? Today, I'm working in the front office, okay? When you come as my client or my customer, you will definitely realize that I'm doing what I love. So, love yourself and do what you love. Putting passion as your package, it will push you and it will attract resources. And resources are people. Once people are attracted to you, you start making profits. Finally, the last P as an element of personal branding is what we call plan. If you want to fail to plan. A notion of, I just want to start. Yeah? But if you go carefully and ask the entrepreneurs, those people who are in business right now, whether they started that business with a business plan, most of them, majority, you'll find that they just started, especially the SMEs, they just started the business without a business plan. And that is why you may never know whether you are making profits, whether you are progressing, or whether you are making some change or some impact. It will be very difficult for you to evaluate yourself, to assess yourself. All right? So, if you want your brand to stand out there, the first thing that you have to do is to make a foundation. And making a foundation means you must have a clear plan of where you want to go, what you want to do, who will help you, and where you want to be in the next 10 years, in the next 50 years, in the next 40 years. I mean, you must have a clear objective in your plan, short term, medium term, and long term. Once you do these things, I'm telling you, don't start building your house without a plan. If you do that, I assure you, chances of you progressing and doing well are very limited. So as a strong brand, you also need to plan. Even what you are doing today is part of planning. Because you need to acquire knowledge and skills to help you package yourself. I need somebody to tell me how possible this mission could be. I need someone also to help me, push me to elevate my rate of passion. And then I also need somebody to mention for me how I can plan to package and rebrand. Assume you had started a business and it didn't go well. Maybe some few negative things cropped in. And you gave up. You closed. You started another one, you closed. But right now, because you are in this class, I'm telling you, you are going to have a different perception at all. You are going to have a different view of things. Somebody here will be a big brand. It is very possible. So after looking at the elements of personal brand into what we call the 5 P's of purpose, potential, possibility, passion, and planning, now I want to move with you to something called tips on how you can create and grow your personal brand. How can I improve my image? Personal brands are not only for entrepreneurs that owns their own businesses, that can make you stand out. A stack of even resumes. Somebody can be checking the resumes. What do you think can make you different and be picked for a job that was applied for 1,000 people, and you were among the 100 people that were shortlisted. Let's say we need a CEO and we got 1,000 applications, and finally we had to pick only one person. Why do you think that one person stood against all the 1,000 applicants? There is something. And that is why I'm saying, personal brand is something that, can always put food on your table. If you package yourself very well, then I'm telling you, you are going very far. Now, the first thing that you have to do for you to be a strong brand is what we call platform. Build your platform. You see, people may not know you if you don't have a website. People may not know you if you don't have social media account. People may not know what you are doing. So the first thing is to get outside there. Let people know who you are. Let people know what you can do. Let people know how you can solve their problem. So you must build your platform. I said you need social media accounts that represent your brand. You will use this platform to share your voice. You must start building your platform. Number two, after you build your platform, you must identify your uniqueness and your strength. You need to identify your uniqueness and your strength. When a child is born, the hands are like this. This means there's something that is unique that you are holding. And everyone is born at least holding something. It is upon you to identify your uniqueness. Because once you identify that uniqueness, then it is going to make sure that you make a difference with that. So, think about the characteristics and strengths you built in your career. If you are stuck, think about that one thing that everyone says you rock at. What is that one thing that you are unique at? Brand it. It's going to be your strength. That is what is going to make you create a difference. Number three, own your space. Learn all that you can and become the expert in that area. Become the expert. Somebody who is known for something. You cannot be everything. No one was born to do everything in the world. You were born to perform a specific task. Wisdom dictates that you realize what that one thing that you can do better than everyone and stick to that. Own your space. Number four, share your knowledge. People may not know what you are good at until you share. And this is where I call for volunteering. Can you volunteer till you don't need to introduce yourself? Can you share your knowledge? Teach and share. And you see, by teaching and helping others, you're also growing. You are growing your brand. If you go to every corporate or any organization, serious organization, what makes the difference is that they are organizations that knows very well how they can reach people outside there. They do what we call CSR, corporate social responsibility. And when you interact with people and people see that, you are a vessel of change, you want to empower them, they will love you and they will talk about you positively. That is how people build brands. So share your knowledge. Number five, be yourself. By trying to compare yourself with other people will not make a difference. In fact, you will earn nothing but frustrations. You see, my league is not your league. You have your league and you can play better and you win the trophy. If I play and run my own race, I know by the end of the day, it makes a difference. You don't have to do what everyone is doing. And that is what we call creativity and innovation. You can never be innovative if you're a copy-paste person, a copycat, Can you try to think? Can you try to analyze a situation, a problem at hand, and see how you can be a problem solver? Don't just copy and follow the crowd. Use your style and uniqueness to attract the jobs and the clientele that you desire. Number six, identify your values and set your priorities. Everyone is born, my values are not your values. What you value is not what I value. So if I identify my values And then I set my priorities, my professional goals, both short and long term. And then I use my values and my priorities as a compass that guides me both in action and decision-making processes. I'm telling you, I will go very far. If you identify your values and then you set your priorities. Number 7, craft your personal brand persona. In business, we call it value proposition. You have to identify your emotional appeal. You have to describe yourself or describe that business, or you identify your speciality. How are you going to stand out? How will people know you are different with others? So you must craft your personal brand persona. You are able to be the best brand, a unique one in a million. Number 8, you must define your vision. Oh, somebody once said that where there is no vision, people perish. If you don't have a long term for your brand, you'll end up making little progress. But if you are clear, if your vision is clear, that in the next 50 years, this is your reputation, this is what you're going to achieve, this is the resources that you're going to attract, I'm telling you, you're going to make a difference. So, you have to start with clearly defining your vision. Who or what are you trying to become? What is your goal in 3, 5, 10 years? Where is your brand taking you? If you have a smaller look of things, smaller resources. If you have a big outlook of things in the next 100 years to come, I'm telling you, you're going to prosper and you're going to do well. Every country has their vision. Some has vision 2030, some has vision 2050. What is your vision? Where is this brand taking you? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Then number 9, you have to ask yourself this. What is your personal competitive advantage? What is this one thing that is going to make you different with other person? You need to be yourself. Why? Because it is through that you are going to outweigh other competitors. There are so many people with the same profession that you have, but what is going to make a difference? The last one that I want us to check is showcase your credibility. This is where your platform comes in. Be in all the places that your target market would expect you to find you, and where you can showcase your value that you offer. You need to be there everywhere. All right? If you're in Facebook, and make sure you maintain, if it is the profile picture, make sure you maintain it throughout, so that when people look at these, when people see that color, that logo, they know, oh, this is Norwegian Research Institute. All right? So maintain it across all your platforms. Wisdom dictates. You need also to give a testimony of maybe a job you have accomplished, or something that you had done earlier, so that people may trust you, so that that reputation may be built. It is something that we can showcase. So with those 10 points, I've given you the tip on how you can build your personal brand and professional image. In our next lesson, we are going to look at the principles and tools of personal branding. So please make sure you register with us for the next session, because I want to take you one-on-one, bit by bit, so that by the end of the day, we deeply understand what personal branding and professional image is all about. And I'm telling you, if you do, because we only have the next class will become our last class. So if you have done the first one and the last one, I'm telling you, you are going to make a huge difference. And remember, I'm also going to give you some tasks to perform. I'm going to give you some assignment, so that when you are stuck, maybe we can help you better. For me to know whether you have understood the first phase of what you are doing, I'll have to give out some, of course, evaluation. And maybe that is what we shall do in our second class. So welcome again, and feel most welcome to ask us any question, because we are there for you to build you as a strong brand. See you in our next class. Thank you so much for listening.